Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Moyelua and I'm so glad that you're here. So I've been living in the UK for 2 years and I just thought it would be nice for me to share with you some of my experiences in the UK. So if you're planning to come to the UK, or you just arrived in the UK for a few weeks or months, or you just want to generally know how life is in the UK, yeah, this video is for you. I know that UK has like England, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales. So I live in England, and so this video will be based on my life and experience in England. Yeah, so the first thing is that there are so many people from different parts of the world that lives in England, which is really sweet, and I love it so much because this helps you to like learn, not just learn the culture, like the English culture, but you get to like experience how other people live their life and enjoy their culture too. The second thing I've learned and I've experienced and I've enjoyed is the food, the English food. Yeah, the major like English food is potatoes, and so they use potatoes to do so many things. It's like mashed potato, shepherd's pie, chips, crisps. So this is a tip if you are from Nigeria and you're watching this video. There's actually difference between crisps and chips. The thing is that we all in Nigeria, we call both chips and crisps chips. Crisps is a little bit, it's not just a little bit, it's lighter in weight and shape than chips. Chips is just like you slicing your potatoes and frying it, that is chips. But crisps is different. And most of their food are not as spicy as we do. Mostly bland. They just put it there. Some people wouldn't even add salt to it and everything. Third thing I will be sharing with you is a language. Even though they speak English, but the English they speak, I'm not talking about accents now, it's quite different from how we speak English. Like there are some words that they use a lot that we don't really use, like please, excuse me, thank you, because the English culture is very polite. So sometimes they use a lot of please every time. And also they are not as direct as we are. Even though we learned English and we speak English in Nigeria, we are quite direct. We are very straightforward, like okay, this is what I want you to do, and I'll just tell you, come on, stand up from that place, come on, get that thing for me. You might not say come on, get that thing for me, can you take that and put it in the fridge, something like that. But here in England, if I want you to take something into the fridge, even though I want you to take it to the fridge right now, I'm going to tell you, if you don't mind, please take that to the fridge. Or when you're ready, can you take that to the fridge? You know, they don't want to put any pressure on you. There's a lot of, they enjoy talking about no pressure. If you're ready, if you feel like, can you kindly, like there's just this word like of not wanting to like direct things at you, and they want you to like do it if you want to do it. So they tell you that. And the tricky thing is that sometimes they really want you to do something, but they don't want you to feel like they want you to do it right now. So they use those language. So it makes them a little bit indirect. Like the culture here is indirect. It's not so direct. Thing is that the way the houses are structured here in England is different, and I would like you to like know about it before you come, or if you're here already. I mostly see the houses in England are not as big. You will see some houses from outside, they look so beautiful, and then you get to enter those houses and those houses are not so big, and I'm like, why do you? And then you go to their garden and the garden is so long, it's so wide. Like, are you supposed to be living in the garden? So they actually enjoy to have garden and then plant some like vegetables. Like proper English people will definitely plant vegetables from I think around April. They take it seriously and they just enjoy like the nature. They want to nurture it, they want to like enjoy it. So even some houses that doesn't have a garden, I think they have like something like a greenhouse that won't be so close to the house, like a communal greenhouse, that if you don't have a garden, you can go to those communal greenhouse and then you can do your like planting and everything. So the houses are kind of not really like necessarily big the way I'm used to, or the way I would love it to. Like the house I'm living now, it's like the way the sitting room and the kitchen and the dining is all in one place, and then it's just not as big as I would like it to be. And I also see some American houses because I have friends in America, and she rented an apartment not quite recently, and I did a video call with her, and then she was showing me around. Oh my goodness, it was big. The room she was staying was even extra big than what I see in Nigeria. The sitting room big, the kitchen, everywhere was just like so roomy, if there is a word like that. There's so much room and space, which I really like. But here in England, unfortunately, the way the houses are built are not so big, they are small. But the garden, if you are looking for a proper house, the garden will be nice and you will love it. The fifth thing I've seen and I've learned and I've experienced is acceptance. Here in the UK, you don't have to be in a certain way to be accepted. What do I mean by this? I mean, you don't have to like look a certain way. You don't have to be dressed properly. Like, people don't just see you and then judge you by the way you look. If I'm right, I'm not sure if I'm right, but like, I go to church on Sunday sometimes and I see people wearing flip-flops, like slippers and knicker and t-shirt, and not necessarily looking so rich. Not because they don't have good clothes, but they really don't mind. You just come as you are. See, in the UK, if you're from Africa and you're coming to the UK, and then you have like, you're keeping your natural hair or something, they don't really know the difference whether, yeah, if you make it look nice, people will see that it's nice. But if for some reason you braid your hair yourself and you're not so good, nobody cares. That's just the word. No one cares. So it's not like in Nigeria, if you go to church on Sunday, you have to look like perfect, do your makeup, wear proper. Nobody cares. If you feel comfortable, whatever you're wearing, people will accept you that way. So that's one of the reasons why I said, like, people don't really judge you by whatever you're wearing. Yeah, so that doesn't mean you shouldn't look your best. Which will lead me into the sixth point, which is emotional struggle. So I've been seeing a lot of good things, but I need you to know that there's a lot of emotional problems going on right now all over the world. We all know. But right now in the UK, I feel like there's just so much maybe isolation, because as I was saying, no one really cares. You know, when you're going on the street, the way we even say hello to each other, I might just be like smiling, like, hiya, that's all. Whereas in Nigeria, you can even smile at somebody on the street and then you wait and chat for like 5 minutes. Here, some conversations like that happens, but that's only when you take your dog out. If you have a dog, normally people that take out a dog for a walk normally have chats. Because from the dog, you start asking, what breed is that dog? What's this? How old is she? How old is he? Then you start having conversation. But on a normal day, especially if you are living in a fast-paced place like London, where everything is busy and all, you might feel isolated. So there's a lot of like emotional problems. Talking from a spiritual perspective, I could feel it and I could sense it in the air. Like, while I've been in this country, I've been through a lot of like ups and downs, which probably might be because of my circumstances. Feeling of emotional pressure on people, and people are trying to avoid not putting people under pressure, and at the end of the day, people still feel that pressure. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense. If you're here, you understand what I'm saying. I think I'm still going to do a full video about this emotional thing, so I will just say it now and pass. Seventh thing I would like to talk about is that in the UK, people are more analytical. What do I mean by this? In Nigeria, when we are looking and analyzing, maybe we should do something or not, when we see like we have like 5 positive aspects of that thing and maybe like 2 or 3 negative, we are positive, like, oh, 5 positive, I'll go for it. It's just 2 or 3 negative, I'll go for it. But here in the UK, they tend to look at like the negative like more, and then look at how can I like solve this negative part of things before, like, they don't let that positive pump them up to do whatever they want to do. So they are very analytical. So when you work with a British, though some things might look like, oh, I can do this thing and pass because it's not going to hurt so much. No, they look at the negative very well in detail. Whereas in Nigeria, so far there's something good about it, we just go for it regardless of whatever negative part might be. The last thing I'll be sharing in this video is cultural differences. Like, everything I've been talking about has been cultural differences actually, but I just want you to know, like, there's a lot of cultural difference. And one thing I want you to know is that every culture has their good and bad, like have their like positive and negative. So don't let any culture define you. That's just the thing. Don't let any culture define you. One of the things that I prayed about when I came to this country is that I don't want people to see me and say, oh, you're Nigerian. Not because I don't want to associate with Nigeria. I love Nigeria. Nigeria is my home country. But I don't want people to define me by, and I don't want people to look at me and say, oh, you're British. Oh, you're becoming British. No, I don't want to be British. I don't want to be Nigerian. I want to be Christ-like. I don't want to be put in the box of culture. Yeah, I can pick the good things from the culture of British. I can pick the good things from the culture of Nigeria, and like, that's the ultimate goal, like to be like Jesus. Culture can put you under fear of man. It can put you under intimidation. It can put you under low self-esteem. It can put you under a lot of things because you're trying to meet up to the expectation of a culture that you weren't even born into. So don't let the culture of UK put you under any pressure. If you come to, like I said, nobody really cares. Nobody cares if you can use fork and knife to eat. Nobody cares. There's a guy in the place I work. When I had my break today, he also had his break. Every time I have break with him, I'm always surprised because this guy eats with his fingers, and he doesn't care if 5 people are in the room. He eats with his fingers. He's eating rice with his fingers. And I'm always like, what kind of guy is this? He's from India. But that is who he is. So don't feel like people are looking at you. Just be yourself. If you're moving to the UK, that's the advice I can give to you. Be yourself. Don't feel pressured by anybody. And yes, you might need to like learn some things, learn the behavior of how things are being run here so that you communicate to people the way they will understand. But you need to give grace to yourself, and you need to give time to yourself to grow into that. And you don't have to like do anything to please anybody in a sense. So just allow yourself to grow, and don't let any culture define you. That's just the ultimate goal of this video. Don't let any culture define you. But allow yourself to be like refined. Allow yourself to be refined. Allow yourself to change. If there are some things that you feel like, oh, when you sit down and think about it, that okay, this thing is not, I could adopt a better way of living, then do it. Then go for it. Don't try to be like adamant about the way you live your life. Just let Christ define you, like I said. If there's anything you need to give away, give it away. If there's anything you need to pick up, pick it up. And don't feel pressure to be like Oyibo. Don't feel pressure to be British. Don't be British. Don't be Nigerian. Be you. Be you. Be yourself. Be yourself. Yeah, so that's it about this video. And if you still want me to, there's a lot to share actually. This is just few of the things that I've seen and I've experienced. If you still love me to share more about what I've learned, what I've experienced, what I've seen in the UK that could help you, please put your comment down and I will do more. I can do a part 2 of this video if you enjoy it. Yeah, and hope to see you in my next video. I'm doing series about my relationship, my marriage, and there are different things I'll be doing in this YouTube channel. I'll be doing videos about like skincare routine, my hair and everything. So there's so much things to share with you guys. So if you love this video and if you love to see more content from me, please click on the subscribe button down below. Click on the notification bell so you don't get to miss any of the videos that I'll be releasing. And hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.